Hello, business doers. Imagine living in a place, having a beautiful family, and God blesses you with generations. Not only you, but pretty much everyone around you is blessed in the same way. On top of that, you have a vast pool of natural resources that makes the rest of the world feel an obligation to come and visit you, not only visiting, but staying for real. I cannot blame them. Who wouldn't feel attracted to the vast wealth of resources of silver, gold, oil, gas, forests, and beautiful sceneries? No wonder why the rest of the world wants to come here. So, the blessing continues, and a large number of people keep coming to stay, and before you know it, together, you have created a community of over 1 billion people, but housing them and meeting the ever-growing need for commercial properties is like a nightmare. By the way, when is a blessing turned into a challenge? Well, pretty much every time. You might be wondering, what am I talking about, or where on earth this is happening? Well, look no further. This is Africa. The continent is blessed in terms of human and natural resources, and now it has to provide enough real estate properties to house its ever-growing population and satisfy the need for commercial buildings for businesses. To put things into perspective, it's estimated that by 2050, the continent will need to house an additional over 1.2 billion people. This increase in population is partly due to the increase in the number of foreign investors that are coming to establish their businesses in Africa. You cannot blame them for that. Africa has it all. Who wouldn't want to do business where there is relatively cheap labor and abundant natural resources? Everything an investor could need for his business to thrive, name it, you will find it here in Africa. Africa has a challenge to find real estate properties and office buildings for an additional 46 million people every year. So there you have it. That's a whole lot of property development needed. It's clear that the African real estate sector is like a gold mine waiting for you to take advantage of. If this feels like you, then this video was made for you. Before we continue, I want you to do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already subscribed, and hit that notification bell icon so that you will be notified whenever we upload another video like this. And don't forget to like and share with your friends. Now coming back to our business, Africa is brimming with a wealth of resources that go beyond oil, diamonds, and gold. Its real estate market, often overlooked by the world, presents an unprecedented potential for investors. Despite perceived risks, many of which are overemphasized or misinterpreted, the rewards are truly impressive. Africa is undeniably in an exciting phase of transformation. It's witnessing rapid urbanization and robust economic growth, all spearheaded by the expanding sector. The reason is simple. As cities grow, so does the demand for housing and commercial spaces. Considering what we said earlier, the continent's population is expected to grow to 2.5 billion by 2050. That's over 100% growth from the time we recorded this video. According to the study Africapolis, Mapping a New Urban Geography, they found that by 2050, Africa is projected to have the fastest urban growth rate in the world, where Africa's cities will be home to an additional 950 million people. Much of this growth taking place in small and medium-sized towns. This phenomenal growth is sparking a surge in demand for residences and commercial properties. Urbanization is transforming the landscape, creating cities that are teeming with life and opportunities. Not only does this mean an upsurge in housing needs, but it also translates to an increased demand for office spaces, retail outlets, and hotel accommodations. You can ask yourself where these projections are coming from. Well, don't take our word for it. Africa's economic growth performance is awe-inspiring. According to the IMF projections for 2024 growing economies, 7 of the world's 10 fastest growing economies will be in Africa. This fact alone speaks volumes about the continent's potential. According to Statista, the African real estate market value is projected to be over $15 trillion in 2024 and over $20 trillion by 2028. So there you have it. As businesses flourish, the demand for housing will continue to grow exponentially, contributing to the booming real estate market. This projected growth isn't just about the numbers. Investments are contributing significantly to Africa's development, like creating jobs, boosting local economies, supporting infrastructure projects, and providing quality housing. From the bustling cities of Nigeria, with their vibrant markets and dynamic energy, through the serene, scenic landscapes of Rwanda, to the beautiful beaches of Cape Town, South Africa, opportunities abound. Each country and each city offers unique opportunities for development and growth. For those who dare to venture, the rewards can be immensely fulfilling. Think of thriving cityscapes, high-rise buildings, commercial hubs, bustling markets, luxury apartments, affordable housing, and happy families with a place to call home. For those willing to look beyond the stereotypes, to see the potential beneath the surface, Africa offers a promising future. The continent is ready to rise, to grow, and to prosper. All it needs is the right investment, the right approach, and the right perspective. It's time to change the narrative and see Africa for what it truly is, a land of opportunity and growth. Africa is swiftly rising as a major player in the global real estate market. What sets Africa apart is the robust rental yields. These far exceed those in North America and Europe, a fact that's catching the eye of investors worldwide. This impressive performance stems from rapid urbanization and high housing demand, a trend that's being powered by the continent's booming population, a demographic shift towards city living, and strong economic growth. But it doesn't stop there. Africa's real estate market is also enjoying high property price growth. This is being propelled by multiple factors. First, there's economic ascension. The continent's economies are growing at a rate that is enviable by world standards, and this growth is translating into higher property prices. Secondly, there are foreign investments. These are pouring in as investors recognize the potential that Africa has to offer. And finally, there's a burgeoning middle class, which is contributing to increased demand for property. Interestingly, the African governments are also playing their part. An example is the Rwandan government, which is actively simplifying property investment procedures for foreigners, where you can have all done through online systems. Rwanda created a one-stop center inside the Rwanda Development Board, RDB. This one-stop center serves for easy access to all the information you need as an investor. This has had a significant effect on enhancing the ease of doing business. It's a move that has not gone unnoticed by the world of investors. Other countries like Kenya, Mauritius, Namibia, Botswana, Morocco, South Africa, etc., have implemented policies to make it easier for investors, further cementing Africa's position on the real estate map. Now, let's consider the population. Africa's vast population of over 1 billion is not just a statistic. It represents a tremendous potential customer base, suggesting an ever-growing demand for housing. Coupled with the rapid urbanization, this ensures a steady demand for all types of properties: residential, commercial, and industrial. Another aspect worth noting is the continent's less crowded market. This offers a distinct competitive edge for those venturing into Africa's real estate sector. Investors can benefit from less competition, which can lead to higher margins. It's an advantage that's fueling increased interest in Africa's property market. In conclusion, the African real estate market is an area of incredible opportunity, and it's not just for the locals. Investors from around the globe are recognizing the potential offered by this vibrant and rapidly progressing continent. So, what does the future hold for the African real estate market? With its rich cultural heritage and unique natural resources, it is no wonder that the interest in African property is rapidly growing. The reasons behind this surge are multifold. Firstly, we have seen accelerated urbanization, with many African cities transforming into bustling metropolises. As villages and small towns morph into cities, there's a dramatic increase in the need for residential and commercial properties, paving the way for a real estate boom. Secondly, Africa is witnessing a burgeoning middle class. As the economic prosperity of this continent continues to rise, an increasing number of people are acquiring purchasing power, which subsequently fuels the demand for real estate. There's an undeniable aspiration among the middle class to own a piece of land, a house, or an apartment, a tangible testament to their economic mobility. Further, Africa has a predominantly youthful population. This demographic shift is propelling the real estate trend forward with youthful energy. People are not only demanding more housing options, but also seeking sophisticated, stylish residences that reflect their aspirations and lifestyles. Moreover, technology is revolutionizing the African real estate industry. Digital platforms and applications are making transactions simpler and faster. The trend of smart homes is gaining popularity, where residents can control their homes with a touch on their smartphones. This seamless integration of technology with living spaces is transforming how we interact with our homes. Government policies play a crucial role in the real estate sector. Across Africa, governments are introducing reforms to attract foreign investment and bolster their real estate sectors. However, investing in the African market requires due diligence. While the opportunities are vast, it is essential to understand the market dynamics, be aware of the potential risks, and align your investment strategy with the ongoing and upcoming trends in the African real estate sector. Speaking of risks, I don't know how can one know all the risks that can be on the way unless one has a personal relationship with Jesus who knows everything. That's why I encourage you to present your plans to Jesus and ask him to guide your investment steps. He is your ever-present help in times of need. Finally, it's worth noting the transformative potential that the future of African real estate holds. It's not just about buildings and property, it's about empowering the local population, generating employment, and contributing to Africa's overall growth and development. The future of African real estate is not only promising, it's transformative. It's a future where Africa becomes what it could be, as they say, one property at a time.